Hello, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. We're going to use the Tarot of the Golden Wheel for this reading. Have a little shuffle. If you haven't watched the What's Cracking reading, I'm going to be in Sydney at the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival from this Thursday to Sunday. If you want to come in and have a reading or even just to say hello. I know a lot of you have already said that you were going anyway, so that's even better. I will be in Sydney during that time, so I'm going to try and do the readings as per normal. And we'll see how that goes. All right, bonus read coming through. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles coming straight out. So the Five of Pentacles is a card that talks about feeling low, feeling flat. It can be money troubles, it can be woes, grief. For me, it can feel like it's depression. In the traditional tarot, we see people outside a church, which sort of implies that there is help right there, or there is something that can move you in the right direction or support you. But you're so focused on your unhappiness that you're not seeing what's available to you. So it also sort of gives you that energy of perhaps you're not seeing things as they really are. Perhaps you're so focused on your unhappiness or focused on something that's gone wrong that you're not really seeing what is out there on the other side of things. All right, so that's good, because for me, the Fool is about taking that leap of faith. It's about jumping into the unknown. It's about taking an offer without really, looking at all the details, just trusting yourself to make the right decision. It's about taking a risk. Now, some people may see that as foolish, but for many of us, we become so logical and so entrenched in this idea we have to know all of the details before we jump forward, and this card asks us not to do that, just to ignore the fact that you don't have all the information and just go for something. Just take the risk and go for it. So I feel like somehow here you are feeling perhaps you don't have an opportunity for something. Perhaps you're feeling like you've missed out on something, or that you're not getting the opportunity to do something that you want to do. And this card is saying something is coming, just jump at it, take a jump at it. It's a wish come true. So whatever this is that's coming your way here is something you've wanted. The Nine of Cups is about fulfillment. It's about wishes coming true. It's about having what you want, having your desires. But certainly having something offered to you that you thought wasn't going to come. Having something brought in for you that you thought was not going to happen. I'm trying to get the energy here. It's like you thought you'd missed out on something. It's like you thought you weren't going to get something that you wanted. And here it is. So universe is oh wow, and it's love. These two readings this morning have been so beautiful and so perfect. I'm floored. Somebody is coming in to offer you love. Somebody that you thought you'd missed out on with that Five of Pentacles. Something that made you very disappointed in the past. The universe is saying here, take a leap of faith. This is what you wanted. This is your wish come true. Let's go a little bit further. All right, so somebody broke your heart in the past here, and with the Star card, they're fulfilling some sort of destiny here. They want to finish something off. Okay, somebody from your past with the Six of Cups, something that was part of your karmic cycle. There was some sort of conflict. I feel like this is just like the What's Cracking reading. There was some sort of conflict in the past. Something happened, somebody's heart was broken, and somebody was left disappointed. Somebody was left very disappointed that things did not turn out the way they wanted them. But then I see the Fool card, and I think the universe is saying, don't lose hope. It's coming. It's coming. You needed to be patient. You needed to have faith and trust. But it's on its way, because a wish is about to be fulfilled, and it's to do with new love. So this is a new start here for somebody. I feel like whoever this person was, there may have been some sort of altercation, or issue or problem in the past, because somebody wants to close out a cycle here and put things right. The Star card says to me this is part of your destiny. This too is a wish card, but it's a different sort of wish card. It's like this is on your path here. Something needs to be closed. Some sort of situation needs to have closure. Something from your past that was left undone, that's part of your karma here. I feel like you've had some sort of disagreement with somebody. They're heading back towards you here. They've made some sort of decision to come in your direction. There's the Moon cards and repeat cards. Ace of Pentacles. There's a solid offer coming. There is a solid offer coming for whoever is waiting on an offer. All right, let's get right into it. All right, we have the World card coming through. Again, signifying the end of a cycle. But I feel like reading those cards there is a progression here. There is some sort of progression, something that had to happen a certain way, some sort of plan by the universe to make things happen in a certain progression. It's something to do with personal growth. It's something to do with growth. So I feel like there are people being brought together here who couldn't be brought together before because they both weren't in the right place. There had to be growth occur before this could happen. There's sort of this energy here with the World card that something had to be brought to completion. And I feel like if I wanted to get really deep into this, it would have been the shedding of the ego, the romance, the desire that had to be let go. The want. You had to let go of the want. Something is coming towards you now. Okay. So we have the Nine of Wands. Wow, okay, there he comes. The Knight of Swords. All right, and the Temperance in exactly the same place as it was in the What's Cracking reading. Exactly the same position. All right, let me just move you around a fraction. Something needs to be brought back into balance. Something was out of balance before. There was some sort of communication that didn't happen. Some sort of communication. It could be an apology. It could be an explanation. But somebody was left in a very wounded situation. Maybe both people were left wounded. People have different ways of dealing with their wounds, is what I want to say here. It's very easy for some people to close down, clamp off, just leave things behind and go into their shell. And for others, it's about talking and expressing. And so maybe there needed to be some sort of understanding around that here. Because it sort of feels like this is two different people here. I feel like this is two separate energies. It feels like someone's rushing in now to want to talk. And I feel like perhaps this person wanted to talk in the past but wasn't able to for some reason. Because they've held their wounds inside. This person's externalizing. That's how it feels to me. And that is what needs to be brought into balance. Something needs to be closed off here with this World card. So it's sort of this energy of two different energies being brought into some sort of equilibrium. All right, okay, we have the Devil card coming through. We adopt a lot of poor attitudes in this world. And when I see the Devil card, I think, this is always the energies of being comfortable with the ego. Look at that. I've got so much mirroring in this reading. There's a mirroring of introvert, extrovert. There's the mirroring of, wanting to sort of externalize and internalize. And then I get the Devil card and the Strength card, which again here, somebody wants to make an offer to bring something into balance. This whole reading is about balancing. Closing things off, finishing things up, putting things right here. The Devil card tells me here that there's been some Either you were dealing with someone who had addictions, and maybe they had to bring that into balance. You've been dealing with someone who was stuck in their ego. Maybe they had to do the work to understand their deeper truth. Because when I see the Strength card there, I think this is the balance of the shadow, and the devil is the shadow. So there's all this sort of energy of balance, bringing things into balance. All right, we have the 8 of Cups with the Lovers. Look at that. The Lovers card is in the same position too, I think, as in the What's Cracking reading. Somebody's made a choice here, and they've moved away from what doesn't serve them here. They may have moved away from a drinking, alcoholism, drugs. There's some sort of substance here that your person has moved away from. They've closed out their own cycle here. And they've made a choice here with the Lovers card to come towards you. Wow, and then we have the Sun. Now, if that doesn't bring balance to this reading, then I've never seen anything like this before. All through this reading is the Libra energy, the karmic energy of bringing things into balance. The dark, the light, the cold, the warm, it's all here. The 5 of Pentacles to the Sun. The dark to the light, the shadow to the light. There's a choice been made to change or move in a different direction here. And this person wants to share that with you now. They want to share their journey with you. I feel like your person has come to terms with some sort of addiction. And this addiction can be codependency too. Remember, codependency is being addicted to love or sex or people, which sort of gets a little bit lost in the wash, really. It's a very deep need for people to be accepted, for them to go above and beyond, put a mask on, pretend they're something they're not, to win something over. Codependency is so unhealthy. What you want in a relationship is interdependency. I want to get really deep into it, but let me just get some clarification here first. All right, so we have some sort of sadness here that you're about to take a leap of faith on. Something that's coming in as a wish, and I feel like it's got to do with love. Something that hurt you in the past here, but was part of your learning, part of your healing, part of what you needed to be and do. This is about you putting down some sort of burden here. Something from your past. It could be the codependency, but it could also be the shadow, the ego. This is something to do with your personal karma. I feel like there was some sort of conflict here, but somebody's got looking past that now. They've made a decision to move towards the future. With the Moon here and the Ace of Pentacles, I'm feeling like there's some sort of, it's almost like a veil's been lifted here. Some sort of veil's been lifted, opening up what should have been here. But it's taken somebody a long while to get to this energy. So there's been work put in, a lot of work put in. It's so beautiful hearing people coming together, because sometimes when I do the readings, I don't always, sort of relate them to people per se, because I'm just delivering the messages. But when I get phone calls from people who say they've returned to their loves, or they've returned to someone from their past because of something that happened in the past where they weren't able to come together, and it happens a lot to people. The same as third parties. We sometimes sort of think that this doesn't happen very much, and it does, unless I'm getting all of them. All right, let me just have a look at a couple of things here. Wow, 10 of Swords, end of a cycle with the 10 of Cups and the King of Cups. You may be dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I don't know if I We've got Capricorn coming through here, Leo coming through. Actually, there's a little bit of Capricorn, Sagittarius, a little bit of air, Gemini. And here we have the King of Cups. I feel like this is your person is very, very in love with you here. They want the Ten of Cups, but they know they have to finish out some sort of cycle first. So they're focused on what they want here with this Ten of Cups. Whoever this person is really feeling very, very deep love. But they know they have to close some sort of cycle out first before this can move forward. This could be an apology, an explanation, some sort of, I feel like it's a conversation that needs to take place. It's the conversation you never had before. So this may be the opening up of feelings, the love being expressed, the emotion being released, but this is the end of the cycle. And that here will bring in this Ten of Cups energy, which is absolutely beautiful. All right, and then I have the Ace of Wands. There are 3 aces in this reading. Alrighty, let's pull an oracle card. You know, it's hard getting back into a little bit of a routine when you return too. I'm a little bit all over the place. Oh, you know what's really interesting? I blow out at how this happens. Stuck energy. There's some sort of stuck energy. That's what that Ten of Swords is. This has to be released. This stuck energy has to be released before it can move forward. This is exactly the same as what I got in the What's Cracking reading. So the stuck energy has to be released first before this can move forward. I think for some of you, this may also be quite, I want to say passionate. But when I say passionate, I'm covering all the passionate energies. For some of you, this could be some anger release. For some of you, it could be the disappointment, the hurt, the pain. But you've been holding it all in here. And it has to all be released before this can move forward. Oh, I've got a back and forth card. All right, so what I feel here is this energy has to be released. There could be some back and forth going on in tension. What that might mean is that there may be between this Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups some energy of going backwards and forwards with this. I feel like with this Ten of Swords, I just feel tremendous emotion here being released. So it may be that you can't complete something at this point. It may take a little while to get this to completion. For some of you, this may be the end. For others of you, you may come back and work on this, especially with the Ace of Wands following that. Because I feel like somehow or another, this ending brings a brand new beginning. But I feel like there's a lot of emotion that needs to be released here. So I'm going to read the back and forth card for you. A man stands on the centre of a seesaw with one foot on each side of the fulcrum. When he leans to the right, the left side of the seesaw lifts. When he moves in the other direction, the right side lifts. He could be spending lots of time and energy moving back and forth, yet always staying in the same place. The man is representative of your mental and energetic force right now. You're in a quandary, stuck between two choices. This is the stuck energy there. Going back and forth because you're unsure and maybe even afraid. In fact, you may have been in this place for quite a while. You may be considering a new career direction, a creative project, or an investment choice. You could even be asking yourself if you should stay in a present relationship, but you are stopped by confusion and self-doubt. And this is the energy I'm picking up here with the Ten of Swords, Ace of Wands. Fear of making the wrong decision causes you to make no decision at all. Your energy is stagnant, perpetuating the same old feelings and results. It's time to get off the seesaw and pick the next best direction for you. So I feel this is what this stuck energy is as well. There seems to be some energy of being stuck and maybe going backwards and forths. I do feel that if you've had a substantial time away from this person, you may be going through a lot of fear. This to me is just packed full of emotion, this card this morning. The fear of being hurt, fear of losing, everything's coming through here. And then I see the Ace of Wands coming out, and I think there's an opportunity here for this conversation to clear the slate so that you can start again. All right, thank you.